Days of old.
Getting ready to move into our Bando heat race. Buddha, what's the lineup looking like here for week number 5 at Midvale Speedway?
Well, the lineup's going to be a good lineup. 3 cars. Car number 18 is Michael Mazzagatti. Car number 87 is Chloe Mazzagatti. And in the 11, it's Jason Foster. We're going to be going 8 circles around Midvale Speedway for our Bando heat race.
Bando's getting ready to go. Heat race number 1. Green flag in hand, and it's not going to be a start.
No start, no start. Caution's got to come out on the track. They got to go side by side, not single file, so we're going to have to reline them up.
Small field of Bandos here tonight. Both Mazzagattis and Prosser. Getting ready to go green off in turn number 4. Chloe Mazzagatti, Michael Mazzagatti, green flag in the air.
Mazzagatti is car number 7 out for that family league. Michael Mazzagatti. And the number 10 is followed by J.P. Prosser, number 11.
Mazzagatti is squeaking away in corner. So, Michael Mazzagatti in the second spot as he falls into the clutches of J.T. Prosser in that number 11.
First time coming around when we come down lap number 4. Lap number 4, we're halfway home. 4 in this. There we go. With our brand new Bando race.
Definitely hot out there tonight. Make sure you continue to hydrate once that sun goes down. We get into the autograph session. Going to be a really nice evening, but continue to drink water and hydrate out there in Midvale Speedway land. I'll try and keep you guys updated on the Strawberry Lady Tigers. We still have not started that game, the Division 1 final
not in the road.
Checker flag for Chloe Mazzagatti. Michael Mazzagatti will come across the line to finish second, and JT Prosser in third.
Chloe Mazzagatti, the sponsors on her car: Olive Recycling, Arlington Auto and Truck Wreckers, Springfield Roller Rink Lanes, and Akron City Scrap. There are legends.
The 84 of Schneider on the front row, with Randy Burns alongside. Getting ready to go green, Chief Starter Terry Coletti. Ready to go. The field's ready to go. Turn number 4, Legends are green. Schneider will go for his Burns on the outside. He'll sweep him out. Gets deeper to turn number 3. Randy Burns will
That number 3 position. Coming on left.
Inside of Randy Burns, new wing center, and back to the third spot.
This time we'll be coming on lap number 5.
All in all, did you have a nice time, Brandon? All in all.
Aside from,
As we come down to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for car number 2, Aaron Mulroney Jr.
Fairlawn, Ohio driver, the Vans Auto Service Tire Pro sponsor number 2. To have them back at Mid-Vale Speedway on a mostly back a little bit on that inside lane, jump late on the Jurassic looking to the inside, gives him room. Jump lid slides up the racetrack.
Coming out turns 3 and 4 now.
third, Jason Ansel fourth, Ryan Williams in fifth.
Why does that not sound like kale?
It doesn't sound like kale, you mean, or?
It doesn't.
Oh. Yeah, just for the features, for the feature. Yeah, just to tip it up a little bit. I'll move here. I'll move this way.
Mr. Brett Jersey.
New Franklin, Ohio driver in the Slot Bandits. Lenny's Collision Rat Air sponsor number 89. In Ohio Solar Connection Victory Lane. Here in the heat races for the Legends.
Don't hold you or anything, Brandon, on that?
rounding out the top five.
Whenever you're ready to, we got, you know, whenever feel comfortable.
Okay, as he comes down victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big, big round of applause for Mr. Excitement himself, car number 87, Mr. Mike Mazzagatti.
So field in turn number 3, 8-lap heat race number 2, McIntosh Oil Company late models, Hoop and Garner and Martin, green flag in the air. Denny Benjamin looks to the inside of Dave Martin, and Bryant Smith trying to go 3 wide, thought better of it. Gary Hoopengarner going to lead lap number 1. The Animal Racing Machines 1 and 2 with Neil Rowley in third.
Coming in on lap number 2, it's Gary Hoopengardner, Denny Benjamin, and Neil Rowley in the 999.
Neil Rowley to the inside of Denny Benjamin. Benjamin has a bad push in that 69 machine, and he's dropping down to the 4th spot. Rowley up to 2nd. Now he's looking for the race lead to the outside of Hoopengardner. Now he does the crossover. Good move by Neil Rowley to take the race lead.
This time we're coming in on lap number 4. 4 in and 4 to go. Gary Hoopengardner, and now Roger Smith up to that number 2 position, moving Hoopengardner back to the number 3.
Kevin Gardner trying to get to the inside of the 69 of Hoopengardner as he pushes up in turn 4. He's going to get to the inside. Speeding ticket for Neil Rowley. Speeding ticket for Neil Rowley. New race leader, the 43 of Roger Smith. 2 laps under his time, Neil Rowley.
We'll be coming in on lap number 7 this time. We have a new leader. Car number 43, Roger Smith, followed by the 45 of Kevin Gardner.
Final time down the back straightaway. Garner kind of running down Roger Smith, but going to run out of time off of turn number 4. Heat race number 2 to Roger Smith. Kevin Garner finishes 2nd. Gary Hoopengardner 3rd. Denny Benjamin 4th. And the 3 of Dave Martin rounding out the top 5.
Okay, as he comes down to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for late model car number 43, Mr. Roger Smith.
Mike Stuber, your fastest qualifier tonight, subbing for Connor McLean, feeling under the weather. Green flag in the air for the mini trucks. Don't forget that 25th anniversary compact question. You could win a gallon of Lincoln's Rustic Lemonade from Jason Shaw, who's out there in front. Trenton Croft trying to battle back on the high lane. Lap number 1 going to go to Jason Shaw by a nose.
As they come in for lap number 2, Trenton Croft is our leader. And now truck number 99, Bob Johnson up to that number 2 position.
Bob Johnson, track champion a year ago, looking to take over the race lead in that outside lane from the youngster Trenton Croft. Croft out front, Johnson and Eddie McLean. Actually, that is Mike Stuber. Now Eddie McLean to the inside of Beavers for the 4th spot. Halfway home, 4 in 4 to go. Trenton Croft playing both sides of the street out front. Here's a battle for the race lead. Mike Stuber to the inside. Bob Johnson gets shut off in the high lane. New race leader Mike Stuber in the 4-4-2.
This time we'll be coming in on lap number 7. Mike Stuber in the 4-4-2 out in that number 1 position. Eddie McLean in the 4-4-3. And the 29 of Trenton Croft goes back to that number 3 position. White flags out, 1 to go.
Final time off of turn number 2. Can Eddie McLean run down his son's truck being driven by Mike Stuber? Bob Johnson going to take over the 3rd spot. Beaver's going to try and take over 4th. Your race winner, Mike Stuber in the 4-4-2.
Okay, as he comes down to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for truck number 442, Mr. Mike Stuber.
Sharesville, Ohio driver. For our communities, how about giving Mr. Bob Schott a round of applause on his birthday, huh? Happy birthday, Bob. All right, getting ready to go green. Bob Page, Lewis McGrath, more green for our modified heat race. Bob Page out front in the 49. Lewis McGrath second. The 24, Nick Grubbs in third. Fourth is the 28 of Brandon France.
Coming in on lap number three, Bob Page is our leader, Lewis McGrath second, and Nick Grubbs in that number 3 position. 1, 2, and 3, they're all single file. That was lap number 4, 4 in and 4 to go with our Creighton Modifieds.
Bob Page, Lewis McGrath, Nick Grubbs, your front 3, starting to stretch away just a little bit by about a car length and a half, 2 car lengths over Brandon France and Kenny Feaster Jr.
This time around, they're going to be coming in on lap number 7. The white flag will be coming out with 1 lap to go. Bob Page still holding on to that number 1 position. Lewis McGrath second, Nick Grubbs third.
Off turn number 4, Bob Page, your winner. Lewis McGrath second, Nick Grubbs third, Brandon France, Kenny Feaster Jr. rounding out the top 5. Again, we remind you to please stay back when the race cars are on the racetrack from the fence. Please stay back from the fence. There's a reason for it. That's why we preach it.
Okay, as he comes down to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for number 49, Mr. Bob Page.
Uricksville, Ohio driver in the Heron Heating and Cooling, Smokers Paradise and Y Tavern, sponsored 49. Bob Page in Ohio Solar Connection Victory Lane. Again, make sure you go down near the flag stand, get yourself a free bottle of water. Free bottle of water donated by Stephen James. Appreciate that very much. Thank you to him. Free bottles of water down there at the flag stand. Make sure you please stay hydrated.
Okay, this is our second Creighton Modified heat race of the evening. Modified number 50 is Will Walker. The 75, Bob DeVore the second. The number 6 is Kyle Larson. The 49-0 is Teddy Oliver. The 007, Don Rufner the third. The 09, Phil Cox. And the 0 is Lucas Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Field coming in on green. Green flags in the air. Slick Willie Walker. And the 75 of Bobby DeVore the second. Off turn 2. Will Walker with the race lead. Kyle Lawson going to move up into that second spot. Bobby DeVore slipping back in the high lane. Here comes DR3, Don Rufner the third, to the inside of him. Lucas Ripley out back, using this as a practice session off the pace in qualifying. DR3 up to the third spot. Here comes Philip Cox up to fourth. Phil Cox to fourth.
We'll be coming in on lap number 4 this time. Lap number 4. Willie Walker, our leaders. Kyle Lawson in that number 2 position. And Don Refner, the third in the number 3.
Will Walker continues to lead.
Okay, white flag's out this time, coming around. The checker flag will be coming out, and it will be going out for car number 50, Will Walker. Kyle Lawson in that number 2 position, and the 007 Don Refner, the third, in third. As he comes down to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big, big round of applause for car number 50, Mr. Will Walker.
Slick Willie P. from Yorksville, Ohio, in the Styles and Smiles Trenton Service sponsored number 50. Nicknames in our fast compact heat race. Brett Schreffler, Gavin Roop on the front row, Jeremy Salinger, Brent Irwin, row 2. Chief starter Terry Coletti, green flag in hand. Green is in the air, we're underway, 8-lap heat race number 1.
Now as they go around turns 1 and 2, car number 9, Gavin Root, goes out to that number 1 position. Brett Scheffler in the 24 is second, and the 52 of Jeremy Solinger is third.
Gavin Root starting to pull away from Brent Schreffler and Jeremy Salinger. Speeding ticket for Gavin Roop. 2 laps under his qualifying time. Gavin Roop going to get the speeding ticket. The black flag sent pit side. Your new race leader, Brent Schreffler, in the 24.
We're coming in on lap number 4. 4 in, 4 to go in our first compact heat race. Brett Scheffler in that 24 now takes over the number 1 position. Car 52, Jeremy Solinger is second, followed by the 62 of Caden Scott.
The Sizzler on the march from the back of the pack up to the 4th spot. Josh Huff, your fastest qualifier, hasn't been able to move his way up too much, just by the Mean Bean and Irwin. Race leader Brent Schreffler.
Okay, white flag will be coming out this time.
Off turn number 4, final time. Brent Schreffler going to take the win. Jeremy Salinger, Caden Scott, Blaze Bacon, Brandon France, your top 5. Stay tuned for the compact trivia question for your chance to win a gallon of Lincoln's Rustic Lemonade. Jason Shaw will bring it over at the autograph session.
As he comes down the victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big, big round of applause for car number 24, Mr. Brett Scheffler.
New Philadelphia, Ohio driver in the big bikes. Schreffler Tuning, DA, Priceless, Bully Camp, DLP Commercial Maintenance, Global Windows and Doors. Green flag in the air.
Coming in on lap number 2, Tyler Scott is our leader, followed by Scott Witten and Taylor Mazzolini.
Tyler Scott, Scott Witten, Taylor Mazzolini, Mike Stuber, your front 4. Nolan Caldwell to the inside of Stuber. Stuber going to try and get in there, and Mazzolini going to close the door in the high lane as he tries to get around Witten. Halfway home, 4 in, 4 to go.
That was a good save by 62, but now car number 6, Nolan Caldwell, goes out to that number 1 position.
Nolan Caldwell streaks away with the race lead. Tyler Scott second, Chris Billiter third, white flag in the air.
Caution's coming out on the track. Caution on the track.
So Tabby Stuber, the 20. Larry Ennis Jr., Dan Bucky also involved over there in turn number 1. I'll give you guys a quick update from Akron Firestone Stadium. In the first inning, Strasburg hits a 3-run home run to take the lead 3-0. After the first half inning, Strasburg leads 3-0 over Hopewell Loudon. Once again, your 25th anniversary compact question. Who was the youngest winner in the compact class and how old was he? Who was the youngest winner in the compact class and how old was he? It wasn't a she. That should help you a little bit. Yes, the race director, Matthew Helms, got it correct, but he cannot win the Lincoln's Rustic Lemonade. even though he's up here bragging like he just won $1 million.
Okay, we got 7 laps in, 1 to go. We got a 1-lap shootout coming as they come around turns 3 and 4.
Nolan Caldwell, Tyler Scott, Chris Billiter, Mike Stuber. Green flag in the air with the white. Caldwell with the race lead on the bottom. Tyler Scott battles back, but Caldwell going to streak out to the lead. Here comes Billiter with the dive bomb. Caldwell tried to hold Scott upstairs, and he lost it because he opened up the bottom. Chris Billiter with the last lap pass for the win. Nolan Caldwell looking in the mirror, went high to block Tyler Scott, and lo and behold, Chris Billiter shot through on the inside.
Okay, as he comes down to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big, big round of applause for car number 9, Chris Bittler.
Green flag, heat race number 3. Lenars with a co-pilot, it looks like, Buddha. I don't know what that is that's sticking out of the 3L out there, but he's got a co-pilot on board.
He's got something sticking out that right side. Hey, I think that's Bugs Bunny.
Might be Bugs Bunny in that 3L of Lenars as he's out to the race lead. Bugs is pretty fast, so maybe that's what the deal is. Keller battling with the 42 of Andrews for second. Andrews going to take over second. Josh Irwin up to the 3rd spot.
Well, maybe that's not Bugs Bunny. It could be a deranged rabbit. As they come down with lap number 3, it's going to be Justice Lenars, and now car 42, Damian Andrews on that outside.
Oh, Tyler Harmon loses a motor on the back straightaway.
We got caution on the track. Tyler Harmon looks like he just lost a motor.
So Tyler Harmon losing a motor on the back straightaway as he walks in disgust to the pits. So while we got a quick delay based off of how hot it is, Chief Starter Terry Coletti and Race Director Matthew Helm showing his nice side. Going to take some waters to the drivers out there, trying to keep them cool as they're just going to sit there and bake inside these race cars. Well over 100 degrees inside a race car right now, so trying to get these guys cooled down a little bit, make sure they stay hydrated. I think that was a smart call on the race director's part. Tough break for Tyler Harmon as he loses a motor on the back straightaway. Sun starting to set. By the way, Maggie Richards was the home run hitter for the Strasburg Lady Tigers. So Maggie Richards with the 3-run home run. Amelia Spidell, 3 strikeouts. And the Strasburg Lady Tigers lead 3-0 after the first inning.
Now's a great time, ladies and gentlemen, while our track crew puts the rice hull down to soak up all that oil. Get yourself up and get yourself a nice cold Miller Lite, Bud Light, Coors Light, Twisted Tea, or Strawberry Margarita. Or go into the concession stand, make sure you stay hydrated. Water, pop, Gatorade, and we got popsicles, drumsticks, and fudgesicles down there. And don't forget, we got a brand new item in the concession stand tonight, the creamy chicken sandwich. And don't forget our famous walking taco. If you haven't had one, you got to try them here at Midvale Speedway, because walking tacos are out of this world. And last week, for the first time, I had a steak burger. And let me tell you what, that steak burger's got some great flavor. And if you like steak burgers, get yourself one here in our concession stand.
Happy birthday to McKenna Downing as well here tonight at Midvale Speedway. Also a happy birthday to anybody out there that's having a birthday or an anniversary this weekend. Happy birthday and happy anniversary to you. As we get Tyler Harmon's car pulled pit side over there. Again, still waiting on that 25th anniversary question. I'll give you one more clue on who the youngest winner in the compact class was and how old was he. I'll give you a clue. It happened back in 2001, and he would later on go to be a late model champion at Midvale Speedway. Does that help you? Come and tell me. Winner gets a gallon of rustic lemonade from Lincoln's. all Browns fans arrested. Deputy, arrest that guy right there. Look at what he's doing. That's assault and battery.
How was it not him? What'd he say?
Hey, I got it.
Oh, it's a light on.
Trent Oliver is your winner. He guessed correctly. Trent Oliver guessed correctly of the 25th anniversary question of who the youngest winner in the compact class was. The answer was Randy Bubba Smith, and he was 12 years old in 2001. He is the youngest current compact winner. Went on to, of course, become a three-time late model champion here at Midvale Speedway. Now runs an open modified. After 2 innings at Akron Firestone Stadium, pitcher Amelia Spidell now has 6 strikeouts. All 6 outs, strikeouts. Still 3-0 after 2. Strasburg Lady Tigers in front, looking for back-to-back state titles.
You need to take that Browns off the back and put clowns. It's the clowns. Hey, now I know the Green Hornets #1. Chris Kale said we got a new fan club now. It's called the Browns Clowns Fan Club.
So again, don't forget, new feature here at Midvale Speedway. If you tune in to the broadcast, or you can tune in to the broadcast on your FM radio, tune in to 105.7 on the grandstand side, 105.9 on the pit side. You can listen to the play-by-play call of myself and the great Buddha, the Green Hornet, also known as Steve Brookins, up here in the main scoring tower at Midvale Speedway. Again, thank you to McIntosh Oil Company, Ohio Solar Connection, Akron Coach Towing, Performance Towing, WTUZ Radio, BP Photography, and Mid-Vid Racing Videos. Green flag, lap number 3. Justice Lennar is your race leader. Damian Andrews in the outside lane trying to bypass Bugs Bunny.
We'll come in on lap number 4. Justice Lennars holds on to that number 1 position. Damian Andrews second, and Josh Irwin in at number 3.
Irwin trying to get to the inside of Andrews, who's unable to do anything with Lennars up front. 5 laps complete. Justice Lennars in the 3L, still out front.
We come in on lap number 6 this time. Josh Irwin and Damian Andrews.
Cameron Walker, Jacob Keller, Dunwoody, Rich Dunlap rounding out the top 5. White flag in the air for Lennars. Oh, Irwin tried to get there but was unable to. That allows Andrews to catch back up in the outside lane. Off turn number 4, your winner, Justice Lennars. Josh Irwin finishes second. Cameron Walker in third. Damian Andrews in fourth. Rich Dunlap rounding out the top.
Pause for car number 3L, Justice Lennars and his passenger, the Deranged Rabbit.
Midvale, Ohio driver in the Countryside Recycling Service, Finlayson Racing Graphics, and Jenny Can Carpet Cleaning. Green flag in the air, also out there. Oh, the 77 problems for Deal as he slips back and has issues. He's back to the back of the pack. Oldheiser, your race leader. The 47 of Zach Brucala. Brucala in second. Going to be a complete restart. AJ Andrews stopped in turn number 4. Also the 77 of Deal. So Gerald Altizer, your race leaders, and the 7 actually starting on the pole, and now the green flag in the air. Oh my goodness. Way out in front, Zach Brucala in the 47, first time to Midvale Speedway. 3 wide, contact, and AJ Andrews upside down on the front straightaway.
Red flag's coming out. Red flag's coming out.
A.J. Andrews out of the car in turn number 1. Out of the car in turn number 1. Good to see A.J. Andrews okay. Make sure you stay back from the fence on the front straightaway. Back from the fence on the front straightaway. Wild accident on the front straightaway is Gerald Altizer. Was on the outside. A.J. Andrews trying to squeeze up through the middle and got into the 19 of Altizer. The lane just kind of closed up, and A.J. Andrews went over on his lid early on the front straightaway and rode on the roof all the way down into turn number 1. Immediately he popped out of the car almost instantly after it stopped out there. Again, back from the fence. Do not get in the gravel past the railing down there in turn number 1. That is a no-no. That's why the railing is there, so please stay back from that area. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now while they're going to be working on A.J. Andrews down there and getting the car flipped over, now would be a good time to get down to the concession stand while there's no lines waiting. Get yourself a cheeseburger, hamburger, hot dog, coney dogs. And I didn't say anything about the coney dogs this week, but last week I had coney dogs, and man, are they ever out of this world. So if you haven't had a coney dog here at Midvale, you need to get one. The Italian sausage, nachos, sloppy joes, and again, the walking tacos are out of this world. You got to try one if you've never had one. And our famous steak burgers, French fries, hot pretzels, sloppy nachos, sloppy fries, and our brand new item, our cream chicken sandwich. And also get yourself a nice cold Miller Lite, Bud Light, Coors Light, Twisted Tea. If you want a nice cold beverage, now's the time to get yourself an ice cold beer.
Also, got to tell you guys, Mid-Vid field off turn number 4, green flag in the air, Zach Boone-Kala, your race leader. McClintock almost lost it, come down and cut off the 85 of Weber. Almost got into the infield. Weber going to look to the outside now of Anthony McClintock.
This time we're going to be coming in on lap number 4. Lap 4 and 4 to go. Zach Bukala. Impala number is in the number 1 position. The 14 of Anthony McClintock. And then the 99 of Jordan Grohl.
Zach Boone-Kala down here late first night at Midvale Speedway. pulling away in heat race number 3. Again, back from the fence on the front straightaway, please.
That was lap number 6. Lap number 6. Zach Brunkala out in that lead. Now the
white flag in the air. Zach Brunkala, your race leader, by almost a half a lap in a heat race. I should say a half a lap, but almost a full straightaway. And off at turn number 4, your heat race winner, Zach Brunkala. Second, Jonathan Weber. Anthony McClintock, third. Jordan Gruhl, fourth.
As he comes down to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, have a big, big round of applause for car number 47, Zach Brunkala. Okay, now we're coming out with our straight stock. The Double Zero tonight is driven by Vinny Pantarelli, the grocery grabber. The 99, Jason Gruhl. The 32, Cody Colmar. 35, Kyle Grove. The number 8, Tad Grove. The 75, Bob Passwater Sr. The 67, Bob Page. 58, Zach Koger, and the 21 is Brady Cart.
I want Zach Brunkala to be in every feature tonight. All right, field coming in on green. Green flag is in the air. It's Vinny Pantarelli out to your race lead, not Zach Brunkala.
Vinny Pantarelli in the grocery grabber, followed by Cody Colmar in the number 32.
Tad Grove, Jason Gruhl battle for that third spot. Gruhl's got a pair of feature victories back-to-back in that number 99. Is Tad Grove going to take over position number 3, and now Bob Page working on the 99 of Gruhl. As the 3 of Kyle Grove, the 58 of your fastest qualifier, Zach Koger, look on.
All right, the Double Zero in the grocery grabber. Vinny Pantarelli still hangs on to that number 1 position. Cody Colmar, side by side, looking to take it away. Ted Grove in the 8 is in at number 3.
Cody Colmar, good battle with Vinny Pantarelli for the race lead in heat race number 1, putting on a whale of a side-by-side show. Who says you can't run side-by-side here when it's hot out? They're showing it right now. Cody Colmar doing a great job on the outside. Vinny Pantarelli on the bottom.
Coming in on lap number 6. 1 and 2, Vinny Pantarelli, Cody Colmar. Who's it going to be? Uh-oh.
Both make contact in turn number 1 and 2. Colmar had a nice save, going to allow Tad Grove to go to second. White flag in the air. Final time off of turn number 2. Tad Grove on the outside, Vinny Pantarelli on the bottom. Here comes Colmar. 3-way battle for the heat race win and a little bit of contact. Checkered flag, Vinny Pantarelli, your winner.
he comes down to victory lane. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for the grocery grabber, the 00, Vinny Tantarelli.
Garricksville, Ohio, driver in Malut's Body and Paint, Sutton Pump and Supply, Bonifay Built, Impulsive Inc., Shaw Welding and Fabrication, sponsored number 00. Tad Grove finishes second, Cody Colmar third. Dave Meyer and TJ Dreyer, green flag in the air. Bryant Smith got the jump on the start. He'll go 3 wide around Nate Smart. Now trying to get around TJ Dreyer, and here comes Ron Rube to the inside. Way up the racetrack goes Meyer. Dave Meyer will lead lap number 1. TJ Dreyer second. Bryant Smith third.
Okay, car 88, Dave Myers on that number 1 position. TJ Dreyer.
Speeding ticket for the number 88. Speeding ticket for the 88 of Dave Meyer. 2 laps under his qualifying time. TJ Dreyer, your race leader. Bryant Smith in second. This is going to get tricky down in turn number 1. Bryant Smith is in the second position.
Okay, the 88 of Dave Myers got black flag. He got caught for a speeding ticket. And off the track, he's got to go.
TJ Dreyer went pit side. Maybe he thought that black flag was for him. It was not. The radio call several times over the radio was for the 88. Bryant Smith, your race leader. Luke Porco in the second spot. And Scott Lindell in the 19 runs third. Oh, Porco spins in turn 2.
We got caution on the track.
Field in turn number 3, Bryant Smith, Scott Lindell, Ron Rube, Nate Smart, green flag in the air. Out front, Bryant Smith. The 19 of Scott Lindell and the 38 of Ron Rube battle for the second spot, white flag in the air. Oh, Lindell trying to do the crossover on Ron Rube, and he's there. Good move by Scott Lindell. Your heat race winner, Bryant Smith. Lindell will finish second, Rube third, Nate Smart fourth, and Luke Porco in fifth. All right, driver is going to be heading over here for autograph night momentarily. Driver's pit side, let's go.
As he comes down the victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for car number 1, Mr. Bryant Smith.
Canton, Ohio, driver in the Aero Performance, Canton Auto Salvage Feasters Flooring, Barker Racing, sponsored number 1, Bryant Smith. All right, again, just kind of settle in here for a second while we get the cars out. And the features for week number 5 will be underway. Field on the back straightaway. Bryant Smith, Scott Lindell, Brady Cart, Vinny Tantarelli. 20-lap feature. Terry Coletti ready to go on the flag stand. Are you guys ready? Green flag in the air. Little bit of trading paint on the front straightaway already. Bryant Smith going to jump out to the race lead. Scott Lindell tucks in second. Brady Cart right there in third. Jason Gruhl trying to move around Tannerelli to fourth. Bryant Smith leads lap number 1.
Coming on lap number 2, Brian Smith. Scott Lindell. Now the 99 of Jason Gruhl moves up to that number 3 position.
So moving up into that third spot, looking for his third feature win in 4 nights. Jason Gruhl, or third feature win in 5 nights. Lindell all over the back of the one of Bryant Smith. Those two out to the race lead, and here comes Scott Lindell. He tried to dive in there, got into Bryant Smith just a little bit. Bryant's going to throw the block, a little beating and banging, and Lindell's got a flat right front tire. Scott Lindell with a flat right front gets into Jason Gruhl. Gruhl might have cut his left rear. Kyle Grove moves up to second. Passwater's to third. All kinds of action at the front of the street stock field.
This time we'll be coming in on lap number 6. Lap number 6. Brian Smith, your leader. Kyle Grove is in the number 2 position, and the 75 of Bob Passwater Sr. is in 3. Cody Colmar holding on to that number 4 position.
Zach Koger up to the 5th spot, your fastest qualifier up to 5th. Jason Gruhl after that tough break, after he got slowed up after Lindell cut that right front tire. He's all the way back to the 6th spot. But things heating up front. Kyle Grove has caught Bryant Smith for the race lead. Caution up in turn number 4. Ron Rug, Buddha. Ron Rug in turn 4.
Caution out on the track. Second, third, fourth, and fifth back. We'll pick inside, outside.
So Bryant Smith will choose the outside, even though he can't choose the outside. Cody Colmar will make up a couple spots. He'll go to the outside of Kyle Grove. The 75 of Passwater stays on the bottom. The Red Rocket goes to the top. So everybody behind Bryant Smith lining up now. Tad Grove going to make up a couple spots. So will Bob Page.
Green will be coming out. We got 7 laps in. 7 laps in.
Bryant Smith out in front. Cody Colmar and Kyle Grove side by side, row number 2. Getting ready to go green off of turn number 4. Restart, green flag in the air. Bryant Smith, your leader. Oh, Kyle Grove got a shot. Passwaters gets into Grove, shoots up the racetrack and makes a little bit of contact.
Caution's back
with
on
Bob
the
Page.
We got caution back out on track. We still got 7 laps in. 7 laps in.
So Tad Grove going to actually pick up about 4 spots here as he goes all the way to the outside of Zach Koger. And Bob Page going to pick up a bunch also. So getting ready to go back to green on the second row behind race leader Bryant Smith, the 3 of Kyle Grove, the 32 of Cody Colmar. 7 laps complete, green flag back in the air. Brian Smith maybe a little nudge from Kyle Grove there, but the 1 continues to lead. The 3 trying to get to the inside. Still battling with Colmar. Brian Smith leaving that bottom open, and now caution down in turn number 1. Caution in turn number 1.
Caution back out on the track. We've got 8 laps in.
So the 88 of Dave Meyer charged with the caution for spinning up in turn number 1. We'll try it again with the choose cone.
Okay, choose cone comes out. 8 laps in, 8 laps in. Brian Smith, our leader. Kyle Grove second. Cody Colmar is going to be up to that number 3.
So Jason Gruhl with the front end damage going to pick up a couple spots. He'll go to the outside of Zach Koger, and now everybody going to file in. Ron Root going to pick up some spots here, middle of the pack. Getting ready to go green. Green flag in the air. Bryant Smith, Kyle Grove, battle for third between Koger and Colmar.
Will be coming in on lap number 10 this time, lap number 10. Bryant Smith holding on to that number 1 position. Kyle Grove, number 2. Cody Colmar now is dropping back.
Bryant Smith continues to lead, 11 laps complete, 11 in. The 58 is Zach Koger on the move in the outside lane. The Red Rocket, rocketing around the outside in the green machine. Really good battle for second between Koger and Grove. Tad Grove there. Bob Page coming up into the 5th spot around Colmar. All trying to get around Bryant Smith, who leads.
That was lap number 14. Lap number 14. Brian Smith still your leader. Kyle Grove on that right behind him on his bumper. Now he's looking on the inside, but he backed out. Brian Smith still our leader, coming in on lap number 15 this time. Lap number 15.
Brian Smith doing a whale of a job up front. Doesn't quite have the best car, but doing a whale of a job behind the wheel of the number 1. Bryant Smith, your leader, and now Grove and Koger get together, open up the bottom for Tad Grove, almost 3 wide into turn 1.
Will be coming in on lap number 17 this time. Lap number 17. Brian Smith still your leader. Battling out Zach Koger, Kyle Grove for that number 2 and 3 position.
Coming in on the white flag, Brian Smith doing a whale of a job up front. Kyle Grove doing everything he can to get around. Zach Koger digging in the outside lane. Final time off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Brian Smith, Kyle Grove, Zach Koger through turn 3 and 4. The Gremlin is going to win it 3 wide for second.
What a finish. Brian Smith, our winner. Zach Koger, second. Tad Grove, third. And Kyle Grove, fourth. Cody Colmar comes in at number 5.
Wow. What a good street stock feature. You guys had to have liked that one. Goodness gracious. Brian Smith showing why he is a former late model champion at Midvale Speedway. Did a well of a job in that number 1. On his late mother's birthday in Victory Lane, Ohio Solar Connection, Victory Lane at Midvale Speedway, in a street stock, getting ready to climb out. Getting ready to climb out. Belts undone, helmets off, Hans device coming off. Here's your winner, Brian Smith. Dude, I've been bragging on you for a while. Listen, I've told you for years. There's times you can drive Friday. You can drive on Sundays if you want to. There's other times you drove your tail off tonight.
Thank you very much. Opening night, I broke the gear. I've been running with my Lorraine gear all year. It's been really hard. Been having to drive my butt off every race to even have a chance. This morning, I went and visited my mama at her grave. It's her birthday today. And I asked her for a little bit of luck, and I said I just want a good finish, because with the way the car is right now, there's a good chance I'm going to win. But I told her a miracle would be nice, so I guess this is a miracle for my mom. I mean, it's her 62nd birthday, and unfortunately, she's been gone for 6 years now. But she definitely brought me some luck tonight.
Yeah, we're both in that same boat, brother. And sometimes Mom's got to bring you a little luck, and she did tonight. Talk to me about how you held off one of the best in the business, and Kyle Grove sitting back there. Koger was the fastest qualifier, and you just, I mean, you didn't put a wheel wrong until coming off turn 4 when you almost gave it all up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the car. That first restart, coming out of 2, right behind me was probably partially my fault, because I hit the gas and it only had like 4 power, and I was panicking like, oh man, I'm leading, I'm going to lose. And the next restart, I almost pulled off, but it was a little better, and still wasn't great. Another caution came out right away, and that last restart, it was perfect.
That's all you can ask for, a perfect race car. Who do you want to thank, man?
First and foremost, I got to thank Marcus. That guy does basically everything for me. He's definitely my rock. Of course, my family, they put up with all the time I spend in the garage and all the money I spend to lose every week. But, you know, it's what we love. This is my 20th season racing. So this is what I do. I love racing, but my wife, she does a lot for me. My uncle, he's here helping me out. I got a bunch more people. My brother, Tommy. I mean, it's mostly me and Marcus. But TJ comes over a lot too. He helps out a lot. But really, there's a small village behind me. But it's a lot of work. A lot of people that never done it don't realize.
The Gremlin in Victory Lane. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. I don't think I'm going to get another one later, but I'm going to try anyways.
Hey, beer's on me.
I'll take it. But hey, I'm just happy I qualified for Hoopy. So.
Your winner, Brian Smith.
Justin Riley. The 83, Seth Gibson. The 19, A.J. Andrews. And in the 77 is Jason Deal.
How about that A.J. Andrews car after being on its lid in the feature? Green flag is in the air.
Okay, caution on the track, caution on the track. No laps in, we're gonna do a complete restart.
Like I said, how about that crew of the 19 A.J. Andrews to get that car back out here? I would have. There's no way, Buddha, that I restart Alan Boyd and Doug Ralph on the front row, green flag in the air.
Look out, wheel off, wheel off.
Well, it's just like Kenny Rogers said after looking at the replay. You picked a fine time to leave me loose wheel. Yeah, the right rear tire just popped right off of the 13. Don't know if it sheared the lugs or what, but yeah, all by himself out in the race lead, and boom. Right rear, gone. Great shot from Mid-Vid Racing Videos. Listen, these guys from Mid-Vid are on it tonight. If you want to see that replay, it was spot on. Whoever's down there in turn number 1, over top of the orange crescent moon, or not crescent, orange almost full moon. Great shot, and a great shot of the A.J. Andrews accident. So you might want So they'll double up off of turn number 2. 1 lap in, 14 to go. Josh Irwin, your race leader. Green flag. Back in the air. Josh Irwin still your race leader. Damian Andrews in second. Those two have pulled away from the 01 of Doug Ralph and the 47 of Zach Broonkala.
Coming in on lap number 3 this time, Josh Irwin and Damian Andrews trying to battle it out for that number 1 and number 2 position.
Right now, Phil Bunton Jr. in that 4th position in the number 19, looking to transfer. Phil Bunton Jr. to the outside of Doug Ralph. In turn 3, Bunton sideways, got into Ralph a little bit there, and was able to keep it going. So Ralph back up to the 3rd spot. And Bunton back to 4th.
We'll be coming on lap number 6 this time. Josh Irwin, Damian Andrews, Doug Ralph, and the 19 of A.J. Andrews. Top 4 will go to the A main feature. Zach Brumkala is looking to get into that number 4th position.
Damian Andrews trying to get around Josh Irwin in the 23. Phil Button Jr. subbing for A.J. Andrews in that 3rd spot. Now here goes Damian Andrews to the outside, trying to get around Josh Irwin. Coming in on 9 laps complete, 9 in, only 6 more to go.
He'll be coming in on lap number 10 this time. Lap number 10. Look out, we got, oh!
How'd they manage that, Buddha?
Oh man, that's what you call some good driving.
That allowed Josh Irwin to take a pretty big lead, didn't it?
He's out there.
Lots of front end damage on that 19 now.
Next time around, we'll be coming in on lap number 12. It's Josh Irwin, Damian Andrews, A.J. Andrews, and Doug Ralph. And Zach Brumkala is going to try to get up to that number 4 position. Caution comes out on the track. Zach Brumkala got a little into the other car, and there went a spinneroonie.
Green flag back in the air. Josh Irwin, Damian Andrews, Phil Button Jr., your front 3. And looking for that transfer spot right now, Doug Ralph in the 01. White flag in the air for Josh Irwin. Final time down the back straightaway. Damian Andrews to the outside of Josh Irwin. Irwin painted on the white line off of turn number 4. Your winner, Josh Irwin. Damian Andrews, Phil Button Jr., and the 01 of Doug Ralph will transfer to the A main.
As he comes down to victory lane, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big, big round of applause for car number 23, Josh Irwin.
Here's your winner, Josh Irwin. Go to the back so that I get your pretty face or Craig will yell at me. Man, nice job.
Thanks.
That has to feel nice to get that one.
Yeah, it does. Ryan gets on me all the time. So.
Well, I mean,
You are a rookie.
Yeah, in his eyes.
So talk to me about that one, man. I'll tell you what, a good battle up front. And, once those two got together back there, you had to kind of get through a lot of restarts. But you had one fly out from lap one, almost wreck in front of you. But it was an interesting race, but you got the win.
Yeah, I did. Yep. I almost started underneath that guy, and I seen sparks going, and I'm like, what the heck? So the tire came off. So.
Yeah, at least everybody's all right?
That's the main thing.
Who you want to take on this 23, man?
We got Launcher Excavating, Right Plumbing, BP Photography, Millwood Lumber, Mid-Vid Video. Heck, I don't know. I guess anything else I missed.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Chris.
Your winner, Josh Irwin.
Okay, Michael Mazzagatti in the 18 is our leader. Chloe Mazzagatti second. Jason Prosser in the 11 is third. Now Chloe Mazzagatti, she comes around turns 3 and 4. She will now be the leader. Mike Mazzagatti, Michael second, and Jason Prosser back to that number 3 position.
Chloe Mazzagatti talked to her during the autograph session, said she thinks she's got a pretty good hot rod out there, and she's showing it. Starting to pull away from brother Michael in the feature.
Coming in on lap number 4, Chloe Mazzagatti, still our leader. Michael Mazzagatti, second. Jason Prosser is third.
Chloe Mazzagatti still continuing to pull away from brother Michael just a little bit each lap. Michael Mazzagatti in second, JT Prosser third. 6 laps on the board, halfway home, 6 in, 6 to go.
Coming in on lap number 7 this time, Chloe Mazzagatti out to a commanding lead. Michael Mazzagatti still second. Jason Prosser in the number 3. This time around, we coming on lap number 10 with 2 to go. Chloe Mazzagatti still your leader. Coming in on lap number 11 with 1 lap to go, Chloe Mazzagatti is our leader. Michael Mazzagatti second still, then Jason Prosser.
And off of turn number 4, your winner, Chloe Mazzagatti. Michael Mazzagatti going to come off turn number 4 to finish second. JT Prosser will finish third.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as she comes down to victory lane, all you kids stand up and wave your checker flags for our Bandolero feature winner, Chloe Mazzagatti.
In the Springfield Lanes Roller Rink, Hall of Recycling, Shakers Auto Salvage, sponsored number 87. Getting ready to climb out. Arlington Auto and Truck Wrecking sponsors on this pink and blue and green 87. She can hear you now, folks. Your future winner of the Bandoleros, Chloe Mazzagatti. Come on over here, kiddo. Great run. So you told me you had a pretty good hot rod. You did, right?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. So was you flat out the whole way around?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just a little lift or no? You stuck it to the floor and it's over.
I lifted a little bit.
Okay, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Who do you want to thank on this 87?
I want to thank God. I want to thank my friends and family for everything. I want to thank Mickey and Connie from Springfield Lake Roller Rink for sponsoring me and everybody really.
First win down here, right? That's pretty cool.
Yep. This is my first feature win down here.
So I know it's not home to you guys, right? But do you like this place maybe a little bit more now?
Yeah, I'm starting to get used to it.
All right. And you can look over there at Dad and your brother and say, hey, we got a feature win. You guys don't. Your winner, Chloe Mazzagatti.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Let's hear it for car number 87, Chloe Mazzagatti. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just informed, in our concession stand, we have on sale the sub sandwiches, Sun Sub sandwiches. If you haven't had one yet, their sandwiches are outstanding. So if you feel like a nice, cool sub sandwich, go on down to the concession stand and get yourself one, because I guarantee you, you'll be very happy when it eats good and it tastes good. Sun Sub Sandwiches. Ladies and gentlemen, just to let everybody know, we've still have a lot of pepperoni pizza down there, and a lot of cheeseburgers and steak burgers left, and hamburgers. So if you're hungry, get down to the concession stand and get yourself something good to eat. Pepperoni pizza. We sell them whole or by the slice. Now coming out on the raceway is our legend feature. 84S is Matt Snyder. 84B is Randy Burns. The 19, Don McCormick. The number 2, Aaron Mulrooney. The 410, Ryan Chursick. The 20, Derek Gaycom. The 43, Chuck Witt. The 10, Robert Allstat. The 89, Brett Jersick. 59, Brian Williams. And the 47, Jason Ansel.
So legend feature lining up, getting the one to go signal at the line. Lap legend feature getting ready to go green. Getting ready to go green. Matt Snyder, Randy Burns on the front row. Green flag is in the air.